Okay, Debbie Dubois here for another video. And the reason why I'm laughing, oh my God, is that just like Mercury retrograde would have delivered up, I just did the best video of my life without pressing record. Can you believe it? You know what? It is fine, and the beauty of it is I am laughing about it, and I am smiling about it, and I am enjoying about it. And guess what? I'm doing another video because it is not going to beat me. That is just too much. And it's going to be fun because I'm going to get to see what this feels like to have done what I considered a really important video that never got recorded. So let's back up. I can't do that. But anyways, let's just see if we can do this again and see if we can have a different result. I do notice that it is recording now, so that's always good. Well, it has been a while since I've done a video. And it's because this energy has been kicking my butt and taking names. And it really wasn't until today that I actually felt that I could simmer my energies down, that I had put together enough of the pieces to the puzzle about what all of that learning was for me, in order to really create a cohesive message that I felt would really benefit people. And I think that, you know, I gotta say that I really discovered that there are a lot of programs still out there for us that tell us what exactly spirituality is all about and what it means to be ascending and what it means to be going into your higher energies and things of that nature. And what I realized this morning was that I somehow expect myself to become a better person through the spiritual process. Okay, now, not that we don't become better people, but stop right there. Let's look at that word, better person. Those are programs. What does it mean to be a better person? All right. Now, I was looking at this information this morning in my own mind, and I'm thinking a better person is more kind, is more caring, is more compassionate, you know, takes time for other people, doesn't lose their temper. I'm trying to think, did I hit them all? No, I'm sure I didn't. But, you know, this path really isn't about becoming a better person. It's more about becoming a more authentic you, okay? So authentic you is you unedited. It is you in your raw, beautiful, authentic, original self that is not encumbered by all of these things that you think you should be. And, you know, I've experienced over the last, I don't know, several months, quite a shift in my authentic self. And I haven't really been very happy with some of the things that I've been seeing with the authentic self because, and I didn't realize it, but I just knew that, you know, I've been in judgment of myself. And so when we're in judgment of ourselves, a lot of times we're not able to appreciate where we're at and what we're going through. So, you know, if there are definitely people during this period of time that are handling these energies better than others. But, you know, I started to think about it and I started to put some pieces together and I realized that, you know, as I've gone through some of these shifts and changes, there have been, you know, 3D circumstances that I'm dealing with that require me to maybe do some things differently than some other people who don't have those same circumstances. So, one of the reasons why I wanted to do this video is because I know that I can't be the only one that's having a hard time in these energies. I know that there are some people who are, putting out information that the energies are wonderful and they're soaring on the energies and they're blissing out and they're doing all the spiritual work for the planet. And those people literally have been given, I want to say, a dispensation or a blessing, or, that's why they're here at this time, is that they're able to anchor those energies and be in those places without, the 3D distractions. But I would like to bet that if you put some of those people in some of the situations I'm in and some of the situations you're in, where we're dealing with 3D stuff day in and day out with people who aren't aware of the event, they're not aware of tarot, they're not aware of astrology, they're not aware of, the shifts and changes, I can bet you that they might not be in the same position that they're in. So really, we cannot measure ourselves against others. We have got to realize that where we're at on this path is our unfolding. All right? So to be going through a path like this, I went through a shift a couple of months ago where I felt that I had graduated, if you will, from the twin flame, from the sacred union path. And I wasn't really, defining that, but I really think I have defined it in that when you get to a particular place in that particular path, you've learned enough about how you're creating your own reality to where suddenly your unfoldment becomes the priority and anything outside yourself doesn't affect you as much. Now, that means that you've started to understand how to, I want to say, use your gifts, skills, and talents and abilities and apply yourself and focus more on your own path and not what's happening outside of you with other people. And that I felt that I did that a couple of months ago. But what I did from that point on is realize that as I withdrew my energies back into myself, that there's still an awful lot of unfolding to be done during these energies. For me personally, and I know that many of you are also doing that, because I know a lot of you, you work during the day at real jobs. I just said it. What I mean by that is jobs where you are forced to go in or get on the phones or get up in the morning at specific times to fit into the world around us, okay? Teachers and, nurses and, I know who you are. Those things require different unfoldment of who you are. We still carry programs, even if within a loving, open-hearted connection, we are able to be our authentic selves and stand in our power and our truth. It's almost like we've got to take what we've learned and we've got to bring it to our lives in everyday reality. And so, in a sense, that's what I found myself doing over the last couple of months. So as I started addressing, my 3D world, my work and my business, it's interesting how laser focused I became. And what I've learned is when you hone in on something and you become extremely laser focused on it, and your goal is to get somewhere by a certain time frame. And I really do feel that I'm pushing through to come full circle on a lot of things before what people call the event is happening. There's some real world stuff that I want to accomplish, that it's kind of like, you set out on a life path and there's certain things you want to accomplish. Well, one of the things that I really want to accomplish is to attain the level of success with my business that I've started to achieve, and uncovering some of the stumbling blocks. I've had an opportunity to undo some of those, whatever those still small self things are, to bring that authentic self in. But what that focus has done and that push has done is it has caused me to be impatient, It's caused me to be short sometimes, or withdraw my energies from the community of light workers and things of that nature, to maybe not be there for everyone when they need me. And for a while there, I started feeling like, well, geez, maybe I'm not as good of a person and all of this. And then I started to realize, I'm not alone in this. I know that some of the posts that I've made that have talked about some of my challenges, that others have really identified with that. And I know that I cannot be the only person that is experiencing this and going through some really harsh energies, really, I want to say almost self-imposed energies. It's kind of like, I've got to get to the race. I'm getting through the race. I'm going to get to the finish line. Get out of my way. I've got this to do. I've got, and it's like this. I feel like I'm in a horse race and I don't have any patience at all. And you can just ask my business partner. It's like, no, I don't have time for this. I've got to get on with this, and it's become a big joke because I'm so intense and I'm serious as a heart attack. And, at the end of the day, it's like, oh my God, what's happened to me? Where's my spiritual self? Why am I not blissing out? Why am I not able to meditate? Why do I not feel like, oh, this is just so much fun. I'm having such a good time. The truth is, I am having a good time, but I'm having a good time in a different way. I'm super hyper focused on creating some things, and I'm doing it in an intense way. And that is my authentic self. And it isn't a bad person. It's an intense person. It's part of my personality that I have right now at this time, at this space. And it is part of what's allowing me to do some of what I'm doing. It's my skills, it's my talents, it's my abilities. And why should I limit myself to this very narrow definition of what it means to be spiritual? I am full of love, and I am full of caring, and I do love all of you, and I care about what's happening to you. And I have an open heart. That's who I really am. But the role that I play in bringing through other aspects, through this personality, if you want to say, is a variety of things. It's not just all roses and sunshine and glasses. Sometimes it's, So I wanted to share that with you in case you're going through that during these energies. It's okay. Love that piece of yourself. Sometimes I'm not getting any sleep. Sometimes I'm getting 4 and 5 hours of sleep, and I'm like, man, I can't function. And I'm pushing through and I'm pushing through. And then I'll get 10 hours of sleep, and I'll be like, oh, I feel normal again. You know, it's crazy energies. It's crazy time. And people are thinking, oh, well, we're supposed to be, in this place. We're where we are. We're where we are. And if you're not one of those people that has the luxury of being able to be out in nature all the time and, meditating and staying focused on the light codes and the energies coming in, you know what? That's just fine. It's okay. In order for those energies to come, we all need to continue to unfold our own personal journeys and to uncover those blocks that we still have to love in all the other areas of our lives, not just in sacred union and partnership, but it is with our children and with, our boss or with our clients or, with our customers. That's part of the path too. So the event, I believe it's coming. And what I mean by the event is I do envision this period of time, if I were to explain it in how I see it, is a period of time when it's going to feel like you took a big hit of acid or LSD or one of those mind-altering drugs that all of a sudden, boom, you see reality. Boom, you see, oh my God, no matter how awake I am, I wasn't awake. Now I'm awake. I really see that. And I know that when that wave hits me, I'm going to be like, oh my God, I was sleeping. Because I know there's so many levels of consciousness that we're able to achieve and attain. When that happens, whenever that is, I'll be ready. You'll be ready. We'll all be ready. It's going to happen when it happens, in the way it's going to happen. If it happens the way it says it's going to happen, if it doesn't happen that way, you know what? It really doesn't matter to me. I know that those energies are here now. Those are the energies that I'm harnessing to do some of the amazing things that I'm able to do right now, through the focus that I have on my business. I cannot tell you how excited I am about some of the changes that are happening, even in, the geopolitical structure and the things that are happening in the background. I mean, I've been watching all that stuff unfold, the stuff that's happening at the governmental levels. Oh my flipping God. We are ready to see some huge shifts and changes. And, if you know where to look and you know where to, follow, you got backstage passes. So, if that's something that you're interested in too, go check out my website, What on Earth 2018, because I'm starting to report on that. And that room is very small at this point, but it really shows me. I've had that room since, I started the room and it was called What on Earth 2012 when we started looking for that changeover at the 2012 mark. We're at it now, folks. We are getting ready to rock the roof off of this place and see some of the biggest shifts and changes you ever want to see. And you know what? I'm probably not going to be very peaceful about it. I'm going to be hooting and hollering and dancing a jig and shouting and screaming and hollering because you know what? That's my authentic self. My authentic self is full of energy and vitality and love and friendship and all of those things. And I'm just not ever going to be someone who is, got the calm Zen thing going on. That's just, at least at this point, that is not my authentic self. So embrace your authentic self, whatever it is. Enjoy this ride. Enjoy whatever happens. I can't tell you how many technical glitches. I'm in web design, man. I am in video production. I am in, you name it, I am all tech. And I have had so many technical problems. And I don't ever let Mercury retrograde intimidate me. And I still am not. But trust me, this has been a whopper of technical stuff. But, the important thing is is to see, at least in myself, it's fine, it's okay, you know? That stuff is fine. It's just there to slow you down and make you do it again and again and again because you needed to practice it again, or to let go, or to release, or whatever it is. So I've created 2 videos tonight, one of which you will get to see if you're watching this. The other one, I know it's recorded somewhere in the, what is it called? The Akashic Records. I'm sure I'll be able to see it someday. Not today though. All right, well anyways, thank you so much for joining me. I love you all. I am going to try to do a Divine Feminine Masculine tarot reading for April. We are right there in April, almost at April 1st. We're at the full moon. We got Mercury, and I want to check with Marla. I think it's still Mercury and Saturn energies where you feel like you got your foot on the gas pedal, but you got your foot on the brakes at the same time. If we're not still under that, we might have just come out of that energy, but I know what that energy feels like. We got a lot of things going on, so I would like to be able to get that Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine readings out. I still love doing them. I still love doing tarot, so I'm going to do that. And I'll be very focused on my business for the next couple of months, but I am going to try to do some writing. That is one of the things that I'm missing the most, is writing some articles. So hopefully, the good Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, that's what they say here in Georgia. If that happens, you'll be getting an article from me. So anyways, thanks for joining me. I love you all. Have a wonderful Easter. Happy Good Friday. Namaste.